presented by EA Sports in association with the PGA Tour. Today it's live second round coverage of the Mountain Shootout. Banff Springs making a strong first impression with a par 4, generous fairway, and beautiful mountain landscape in the background, Frank.
Yeah, not overly long. A little dogleg to the left. That bunker down the left, you have to hit an absolutely mammoth tee shot to reach that. Good drive's going to set up just a short iron in here.
Frank, can one small tweak from an instructor lead to a big turnaround?
With the right player, yeah. You just want to hear the right message. It's like anyone in life. You just want to be pointed in the right direction.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
That is just a beautiful shot. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
These winds have held up all day long, definitely playing a part in the shot making we're seeing out there today. That is a green in regulation as the approach shot hits the first green, but he is by no means in for par yet. A lengthy putt coming up. What a putt. Just missed, Frank.
That's cruel.
Just a little tap in here. Did the job right there. On to the second hole, 171 yards, tricky little par 3. Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Great effort right there, and a great chance to knock in that short putt. Birdie here yesterday. This putt again for birdie. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better. Even par, currently.
Frank, a solid par right there, maintains his position. Well, Frank, as we get to the third hole here, a par 5, it feels to me like you need to be at a minimum 1 under through the first 3 holes or you're losing ground to the field.
You're exactly right. Chance here for birdie or eagle, too. This is one of those holes you can just wind it up and let it fly, and you'll certainly get a good reward with a big tee shot.
Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
Oh, I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320. Well, with a good shot here, Rich, I tell you, this eagle on the cards, hole very reachable from where he is.
Don't get many opportunities like this. This is a good place to take advantage. So at the third, the approach is on the green, but it's a long ways from the cup, about 30 feet away. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. That may have been a bit too much to ask for there, that distance putt, Frank.
Yeah, it's fine to be greedy before you hit the putt, but after you've hit it, 2 from that distance is fine.
Now this for birdie, came away with par in the previous round.
Given the situation, Rich, things so tight at the top. Very, very good birdie.
That was huge right there. Still with a great chance to come away with this title.
Oh, this is right at it.
I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
Frank going for another birdie here.
Chance to get on a real roll.
Once considered the best player at the college level, our featured golfer makes birdie, sitting comfortably inside the cut line. Well, again, Frank, we get that good mix of holes here. We've had a couple of par threes, a short par five, and that opening par four. Now at the fifth hole, 424-yard par four.
The first bunker on the right, not really in play for the good players. Just be a little cognizant of that one on the left side, depending on what club you want to head off the tee. Ideally, that line is the third bunker, the one in the distance. It's a good line off the tee here.
Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole. Set now for the second shot, par four fifth.
Just be aware of where the flag is. If it's cut in that front section, you definitely want to carry the front of the green. Hole is a little more difficult when they start to push that flag in the back left. You can see it narrow up there.
This won't hurt him, Frank.
Just a little left of the flag. That's fine.
Well, that's how it's done. The approach shot is within 10 feet and another good look. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. He got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Just a tap in to finish the hole. In for par. Frank, the sixth here at Banff Springs, a good little hole, isn't it?
It is very tempting, very easy to sort of just stand up there and wail away with the driver and get caught. This is a generous fairway. You could hit any club down there and you're not going to have a problem with the second shot. So it's just trying to find a yardage that you're comfortable with. Rich, there's rough and rough. That ball is needle-nose down.
Can't even see it from here. Second shot coming out of the rough here. How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, that's amazing. It's a masterclass in short game.
This for another birdie on this hole on the week. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Could use this. A putt for par. Continues to hold that sizable lead on the rest of the field. 602-yard par 5, seventh hole. Frank, I'm guessing you want to take the big stick out and let it rip here.
Saw Rory McIlroy hit his tee shot here. So far, he had an iron in. Great Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's the next one. Judging by that light, it's not going to be too hard.
Playing his second shot here at the par 5. We just saw a player in total control of what he's doing. Didn't miss a green in regulation all day long. Getting set now over the putt. Well, Frank, it's our job to get excited.
You can't when you leave it short, though.
I'm sad.
He's making my job hard.
Made par yesterday. This one for birdie. Racking them and stacking them. That's 12 under par now for the tournament. Frank, you like this kind of design feature where you go from the longest hole in the course immediately to the shortest hole.
Certainly, golf giveth and golf taketh away. This is just minimally uphill, just a couple of feet, but you can see from the overview the design of the green. When that flag's on the right, it's a little bit of a longer carry, so just be a little cognizant of that. You don't have to hit it directly at the flag. Should be safely on deck.
Beautiful approach shot there and a good chance to take advantage. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either.
That looked like it nearly got below the lip, the level of the lip there.
Can't believe that one, Frank. That was a complete horseshoe right there. And he makes it for par. So we'll round out the front side here at Banff Springs with a par 5 and reasonably short at only 501 yards.
So very reachable because of that yardage that you just referenced. Hole bends a little bit to the right. You can favour the left side with a tee shot. It's just going to make that angle on the second a little bit easier.
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Frank, not overly long, but still a pretty good spot and in the fairway.
Yeah, that's in that 280 mark.
Frank, how impressive is this performance so far?
You've got to tip your hat. Really, just played good from the first hole on. Rhythm's good. Hit a lot of good shots. Very smart, very smart decision making as well.
That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Clean this up with a tap. No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
I like the looks of this one. Just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today. These putts keep the round together. So the dominant performance continues.
Yeah, we're watching two tournaments right now, the one at the top and the rest.
Now to the 11th hole. It's a par 4, 417 yards. Frank, what's the key here?
A nice little draw down that left side would be the ideal tee shot. The carry on the two little bunkers down the left side really isn't overly long, but that's the desired entry into this green.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Frank, not the longest hitter, but sometimes you win tournaments by putting it in a good spot, and that's where we are right here, 280 yards out.
Yeah, 280 down the middle of the fairway. That'll never get you in trouble.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Pretty good stroke right there, just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. All right, on to the 12th hole, 442-yard par 4. What do you like about this hole, Frank?
Just a nice par 4 that sort of bends to the player's right. A lot of people will just stand up here, grab the driver. I don't really think you have to do that, Rich. The hole's not overly long. Just something short or down that left side. You're only going to have a short iron in for your second shot.
That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that, hanging in the sky.
Nothing to argue about there. Right in the fairway. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Doing whatever he wants with that golf ball. Moving it left, moving it right, hitting it straight when it's called for. He's doing it all. Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today. Good job right there. Now making a move and setting himself up for, who knows, a good weekend run, maybe at another title. The former college standout has been excellent today.
This one's going left, Rich.
He's not knocking down the flag stick here, but it looks as though it will find the green. He just came over that one a bit, enough to tug it to the left, and plenty of work still to go. Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole yesterday. Speed wasn't bad on that long putt, but the read wasn't very good. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. They'll take it. That's a par. On to the 14th hole now. It's a par 4, 442 yards. And what's the right way to attack here, Frank?
Two choices. Try and squeeze it down the right side, just short of those big bunkers on that right. Either that or carry the bunker complex on the left. A little awkward.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. Great strike and a great result. Sitting up, good chance to attack the flag. Now zeroing in on this second shot here at the par 4 14th.
You can keep the second shot a little right of the flag here. The general contours kick a little left here away from the bunkers on the right. That would be the ideal shot in here.
Oh, get down. Look out.
It's over. The green.
That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short. Safely on the dance floor.
Shouldn't be a problem here. And rolls it in. Nice putt. Now to the 15th tee, and Frank, this looks like a fun shot to hit.
It won't play its full yardage because of that elevated tee, but a good one out here. We might see one of those 350, 360 plus yard drives.
Nice drive, right in the fairway, and a good swing on that one. Frank, I'm always fascinated by the way professionals approach the game and how different it is from us amateurs. You're not just standing up and hitting a shot, hoping to catch it on the middle of the face. You're thinking about lower high, left to right, or right to left.
Yeah, there's two schools of thought, really. You're either moving the shot away from something or towards something. So this is a great example here. You could be moving the ball away from the left side of the green, but closer towards the flag.
This is a good-looking shot. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday.
It's amazing. Doesn't matter how close it goes. It's an extra shot. That one will definitely hurt.
Just a tap in to finish the hole. Workmanlike hole. He walks away with a par. Moving on to number 16 now. It's a par 4, 414 yards. And Frank, what are we looking at here?
It's another hole that'll favour a nice sort of high draw off the tee. It'll set up that second shot to a green that has got several different levels on it.
Be a little disappointed with that because it lands in the rough and it appears to be fairly thick over there. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. See if he can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. Locked in on the read and the speed. Do that. What a putt. Frank, as we make our way to the house, a chance here at the 17th, just 374 yards, a chance for a birdie.
It certainly is. Anytime you see a hole today under 400 yards, a par 4 that is, you know you're going to get a short on your iron. You know you're going to get a short iron in your hand if you hit a good tee shot. Just avoid the bunkers left and right off the tee. Green does slope back to front. So it pitches nicely towards you, making that second shot, if anything, a little easier.
So the golf ball ends up in that first cut. It's a little bit less than 2 inches. You can see the golf ball. Should be able to get at it, but may not be able to control the spin. We'll see. Ends up in the first cut, and he'll have a pretty good look at the hole location from here. Wow, makes eagle, makes everybody else look sort of average, Frank.
And look at the size of that lead on the leaderboard now.
This is just a superb performance. Great round to this point, Frank, and you can really see that reflected in his mood today.
Yeah, it just looks too easy. Swinging the club beautifully. Ball's going exactly where he wants it to. He's not trying to take too many risks. So consequently, he's getting birdie opportunity after birdie opportunity.
So still swinging well with confidence right in the fairway here at 18. Playing his second shot here at the par 5.
Safely on deck.
Crucial eagle attempt on the way. Bogey here yesterday, chance to better that today. That's a head scratcher. No other way to put it. That close to the green and misses it badly to the right. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. That's how you maintain momentum and make those putts for par. So all the scores have been posted for round number 2, and look who is on top of the leaderboard, Frank.
Yeah, with 2 very solid rounds of golf. Key right now, just stay out of your own way and keep it up. The pressure will start to build. We know that as you get closer to the end of this tournament.
This is EA Sports. PGA Tour coverage coming up next. Today it's live third round coverage of the Mountain Shootout. We're ready to go. Off to the first hole. Frank, it's a different feeling on the first tee on a weekend, third round of a championship like this than, say, on the first round, isn't it?
You know you've got the grips of the golf course. You know the holes that are birdieable out there. More importantly, too, you know how well you're playing. It's all in front of you. Sport, especially like this at the highest level.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Right about 9 feet here to the hole. Frank, this is a player in full flight right now.
It looks too easy right now.
So, Frank, a par 4 to open, and we back it up with a relatively short par 3.
This green's surrounded by 6 bunkers. Green also shaped slightly towards the player's left, so just keep your eye on that depending on where the flag is.
Frank, he's missed the green here in regulation, but still hasn't missed the chance to make the par.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if he's got this shot in his toolbox coming up.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Frank, not close, but from that line, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
And getting ready for the putt. Well, you're not going to make that putt all the time, but you'd like to at least get it to the hole.
If he keeps putting like that, he's going to be an announcer in no time.
A makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under par. That's a bogey, but that probably won't hurt. Frank, how about the first par 5 on the golf course here at the third? Just a shade under 530 yards. Good birdie opportunity?
It certainly is. There's 3 bunkers just down that left side. Avoid those, and this par 5, very reachable. There's something about a well-hit shot.
They'll be happy with that. In the fairway, now a good chance to attack this hole. Frank, chance to go for the green in 2 here at the third?
There is, but you can also use the terrain, which will kick the ball towards the left. So if you haven't hit the best of tee shots, still land that ball to the right and let it feed on.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Frank, I thought that was in. Looks like he just misread that. Not a gimme, but well within his range. In the hole, and a birdie. Frank, when you play Banff, you get some of these wow moments where you stand on the tee and you say, "Ooh, look at
this." Is one, yeah, this is one of them, Rich. Yeah, the elevation change from tee to green is quite dramatic. Consequently, you're going to have to club down a little, at least 2 clubs shorter than what that yardage says on the card.
Not quite where he wanted it, but it is on the green, and that's not too bad. Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Be very happy with that one.
Yeah, lag putt, I mean, really, it's unrealistic to try and make those. So anytime you can 2-putt from there is a good result. Well, the 4th hole looks like it's going to claim another victim.
Not what he had in mind when he stepped to the tee, but it would be just 1 drop shot. This for bogey. Bad news is, Frank, that's a bogey, but the good news, it still has the lead.
Can't afford another, though.
Back on the tee here at Banff Springs, 5th hole, 424-yard par 4. What's the setup here, Frank?
Well, it's very tempting to try and hit a draw because that's the way in which the hole is shaped. But the main goal is to make sure that you can take that second bunker, the one on the left side, out of play with that tee shot.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today. And he has it for birdie. Now at the 6th hole here at Banff Springs, it's a short par 4, only 373 yards, and the short par 4, Frank, all the rage in golf course architecture these days.
A lot more strategy involved when you've got a hole that you can nearly reach with a tee shot. It's how far back do you leave, at what sort of distance you want that second shot. All those things to compute. Straightforward, a little bit uphill. Basically, it's what you want for your second shot.
Good contact, good result. And now it's right in his wheelhouse, good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Well, you have to be thinking about birdie here on this approach shot at the 6th, Frank.
A good aggressive tee shot, pretty close to the narrow neck of that green. Awkward, whether you try and hit a little pitch and run or try and hit a lofted wedge and sort of pitch that ball a little closer to the hole. Well, it's a little absurd, that, Rich. The shot wasn't that hard, but it's come up well short.
Didn't appear committed through impact. Solid play, heart of the green. This one just requires a little bit of focus. So frustrating sometimes on the greens, isn't it? Drop shot here at the 6th. Just a little tap in here. That's a bogey, but still in the lead.
We start to see shots in hand really valuable.
Now to the long par 5, 7th hole, 602 yards, Frank. They call it hoodoo.
Yeah, it's nothing for a little muscle man. Bust one up the tee there. Well, actually it is. You're going to need two of your best if you want to reach this par 5 and 2. So, start with a good one.
And from that position, a good chance to get at this hole location at number 7.
Second shot.
On the green, but still a tough putt coming up. This is a cross-country special.
We often say, Rich, you should always try and make it. I got to disagree with that. Lag putting, it's just about taking the strain off the next one. There's always other holes to be played.
From that distance, you settle for 2 putts. Oh yeah, he's made it for a birdie. Frank, you like this kind of design feature where you go from the longest hole in the course immediately to the shortest hole.
Certainly, golf giveth and golf taketh away. This is just minimally uphill, just a couple of feet, but you can see from the overview the design of the green. When that flag's on the right, it's a little bit of a longer carry, so just be a little cognizant of that. You don't have to hit it directly at the flag.
Wow, really off the mark. Missed the green here.
Safely on the dance floor.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Good putt. Now to hole number 9, 501 yards. It's a par 5.
Yeah, we finished with the third par 5 on the front 9. You're just going to come through those sort of shoot of marvellous trees that define this fairway. Just avoid the right side. Something down the left side is going to open up the second shot.
Frank, right where you want to be.
Wouldn't be better if it was on a tee.
Well, Frank, what do you like here? Second shot to this par 5.
I like just the general terrain, Rich. Even though the water's on the right side, you want to keep away from that, which actually makes that ball go towards the general upslope of the green.
This is a good-looking shot. That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at eagle coming up.
Really. This is an awkward length.
But you hate to miss from that distance. Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole yesterday. In the hole for a birdie. Setting up to start the back 9 here, and if it's anywhere near as good as the front 9, Frank, he'll be very happy with his score at the end of the day.
Yeah, the hardest thing right now is to just keep doing the same thing without focusing on the score. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. And it looks like it's in the rough there, Frank.
It might not be as bad as it looks.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Pretty good shot right there. Just a couple of feet.
Well, that was a tricky one, but it's in.
Out of the 11th hole, it's a par 4, 417 yards. Frank, what's the key here?
A nice little draw down that left side would be the ideal tee shot. The carry on the two little bunkers down the left side really isn't overly long, but that's the desired entry into this green. Oh, that's fine.
Frank, you've played golf all over the world. What are your impressions of Banff Springs?
It's nice, Rich. I was actually in Calgary many a year ago, and I'm disappointed I never got to play the Banff golf course. Getting to see it today, it's one that I would have put on my bucket list. This is pretty good, Rich. Maybe just a touch right.
Just a pure strike and a perfect result. He'll have a good look at birdie now. These putts keep the round together. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Clean this up with a tap. Doing what needs to be done. You need to make them from that distance. Here at the 12th, par 4, 442 yards. Frank, what's ahead?
This one's called Big Boat. Hole's certainly a lot longer than the 10th hole, which is Little Boat. Doglegs to the player's right. A couple of bunkers down the left side. That first bunker on the left shouldn't be too much of a problem to carry. But once again, even though the hole bends to the right, you'd like to be down the opposite side of the fairway, which is the left.
You can play it from there, 300 yards away and in the fairway. Well, Frank, certainly a chance to make a 3 here, but there's also a little bit of a risk.
Yeah, like a few of the greens on this golf course, if you just miss that target there, the ball has a tendency to run off in a different direction. Anything left of the flag here is liable to run towards the left, could even kick into that bunker.
This one's looking good. Well, that is a ball-striking clinic right there. Another dazzling approach shot. Pretty close. Settles in over the putt. This can be a cruel game at times. So early on the backside, here at the 12th hole, missed opportunity. This would give him the par.
Just dwindling the holes down. Pars are fine right now.
Well, Frank, here's another pretty long par 3, the 13th here at Banff Springs, 225 yards. What's the right play?
Well, unless they have that flag all the way in the back, that first two-thirds of the green is just like a nice big circle. You hit it anywhere on that, you're going to have a putt of some 20, 25 feet maximum for birdie.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. On the green. And looking at a birdie opportunity. He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday. Can he do it again today? Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
And he makes it for par. Well, here we are at the 14th hole. It's a par 4, 442 yards. You like this hole, Frank?
I do, but if you were spraying it off the tee here, then there's all sorts of problems. Bunkers left, trees right. This is a fairway you must hit.
Good contact, good result. Well, that was a beautiful drive, Frank. Really good position to take advantage.
Sitting up beautifully in the fairway.
And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
That will be a great look at birdie. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
And Frank, ahead on the green, you could have a really crazy putt if you're not careful.
This is probably the most undulating green on the golf course, so you do not want to be going in with too flat a second shot.
Right out of the center of the bat.
Did you hear that? Rich, that tee shot there has shortened up this hole considerably. It's made a tough par 4 into, well, we'll see, but it looks like a very birdieable hole now.
Hit it right where you want. Now he has a good chance to attack that whole location. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Locked in on the read and the speed. He's made it. Moving on to number 16 now. It's a par 4, 414 yards. And Frank, what are we looking at here?
It's another hole that'll favour a nice sort of high draw off the tee. It'll set up that second shot to a green that has got several different levels on it. Rich, there's rough and rough. That ball is needle-nosed down.
Can't even see it from here. Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par. Rich, after you've already made one mistake in the rough, there's a chance he's going to make another.
Just trying to get it back out into the fairway and not make a big number.
I mean, there's skill. And that was sublime.
Just good hands, coming out of the rough, able to manage the distance, and now in great position. Good solid par right there. Just 2 holes left here at Banff Springs, and Frank, another par 4. This one short, 374 yards.
It is. It's named Sasi, which is a tribute to the Indian tribes here. in the First Nations of Canada. So just think about that when you're teeing it off here on what is not an overly difficult par 4. There's something about a well-hit shot.
It's nice to roll in a 25-footer now and then. Those feel good. But still, there's nothing like hitting that perfect tee ball. Long and straight.
Yeah, you can puff out your chest, last to play, the advantage, holes shorter. Basically, the list goes on.
That is classy.
Yeah, chance of going in.
Getting set now over the putt. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Well, Frank, this sets up for an exciting finish here at Banff Springs, a 578-yard par 5.
There's just about a bunker in play for every length of tee shot here, so know exactly which one you can carry and exactly which one you cannot reach.
That one is bunker bound, it looks like. In the bunker, still with a chance for an up and down. And the tee shot ends up in the bunker. This is one of the more challenging shots in the game, the fairway bunker shot, isn't it, Frank?
It is. You look at the distance involved, obviously what's in front of him now. He has to hit this shot absolutely clean.
Out of the sand and back on the fairway.
Yeah, good shot. Just really utilized that little bit between the ears. Realized he couldn't reach the green and instead opted for fairway.
Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. Good chance here. Continues to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Frank, that front page of the leaderboard has been looking good all week.
You're exactly right, Rich. I think our winner is certainly going to come from that list right now. I'm excited for tomorrow's final round.